My name is Carlos May. I'm the Republican nominee for United States Congress in the 7th District. Who I am? Well, I'll try to give you 33 years of history in about 33 seconds. Fifth generation Hoosier. May family's been in Indianapolis for many, many years. I was a military brat growing up. My dad was in the Army. So I was actually born in Kansas City. Literally popped out en route from one military base to another. It just happened to be Kansas City. So the first 11, 12 years of my life was spent really outside of the United States and all across the United States. My dad resigned from the military, I would say I was about 11 or 12. We moved back to Indiana. I did 3 years Colvin Military Academy here. I did most of my high school here as well. 1 year my dad sent me to Mexico to go study language and culture, and another year he sent me to Japan to go study language and culture. Came back, graduated from Zionsville High School here in Indiana. Then I went to Wabash College. I graduated Wabash College in 2001. From there I went to law school. I figured there's plenty of lawyers rocking around, one less, no one's going to cry about it, so I do not practice law right now, but I did finish up my degree. I graduated 2003. From there I worked in private industry, a couple places, Director West Coast Operations for Marathon Building Services, construction company, operated all along the west coast of the United States. I worked for a place called DFS Gallerias. It's a subsidiary of Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, a French luxury good company. I did international management, distribution, logistics, purchase orders, that type of stuff. From there, really, it was time to come back home to Indiana. So I moved back in, I would say, about 2005. At that time, I didn't really know what to do. I was young, 24 years old. I had no real debt, no real responsibilities to speak of. So I took what I like to term my sabbatical. My mom calls it being lazy. But all I really did was travel around for another year. I really wanted to get a good flavor of the world from an adult perspective, not just from a young perspective going around with my parents. But this was good because this actually then honed in on my love of the country. It solidified it. And I came to realize through all these travels that we are the greatest nation on this planet, not because of our military, not just because of our economy. Really, most importantly, it's our system of government. Our system of government allows its citizens opportunities that no other nation on this planet does, so long as we as citizens choose to reach out and grab hold of those opportunities. So at that point in time, after my travels, I decided, what is it that I really need to do or want to do as a career? I started the process of enrolling in the military. At that point in time, I got a call from some political folks here in Indianapolis. They said, we've heard some good stuff about you, come help out on these elections. So I did. That was basically in 2007. At that point, I worked for a gentleman named Greg Ballard. He was candidate for mayor of Indianapolis. The gentleman who was candidate became mayor. So I worked for Mayor Ballard for 2 years as a mayor's liaison. Really grassroots type stuff, community involvement a lot. I did that for 2 years and I resigned January 1 of 2010. About 5 months later, I got a call from the mayor, said it was time to come back to work. So I did, this time on his cabinet, Director of Latino Affairs for the city and the mayor. I did that for 2 years until I quit once I won the primary to do this full time. Now the final part of your question is, why am I running for Congress? Put simply, I just got sick and tired of what was going on at the federal level, and I decided I'm done whining about it, I'm going to do something about it. And what I decided to do was run for U.S. Congress. I thought that we were not represented to the best that we could be represented here in the Indiana 7th District. I thought I had more to offer, better depth of knowledge and understanding of our country, our system of government, and its relationship to the people and how it should act, not just how it can act. And so for those reasons, I decided to throw my name in the ring for Congress, and we won the primary, and now we're here in the general election fighting the good fight.